Hey everybody, welcome back to the Herbie.fun channel. Uh, I woke up and had a seizure and just wanted to use it as a possible selling point for Herbie. I'm just asking Herbie right now what I should be doing after a seizure. So I had some really intense muscle pulling on the back of my head. And I last night just lay down at a couch that we never use because it's a fancy setup, and I don't even remember why I was heading there. But I just got on there and woke up this morning with just some real bad feeling. Like overall, it feels like being at low tide when you have a seizure. And I was checking with ChatGPT, and it kind of said subconsciously I might be carrying around a lot of neurological heaviness, just plain grief, because of losing my wife. So, yeah, I couldn't even really get off the couch well. I wasn't feeling very steady, and yeah, having epilepsy it's painless in its own ways, but it also causes some weird situations. Like there was a time when I would be getting smells that weren't there, and it was the worst synthetic smell of garbage that I could imagine, and I think it would probably take a few hundred garbage bags to get to the awful smell that I was experiencing when I was off my meds for an extra hour or two. It just permeates your head, and it's like, oh my God. It's just a feeling that something is varying levels of wrong, and I hope you never get it. Please protect your head. If you're in some kind of situation, wrestling, boxing, I don't know, anything that has a good chance of knocking you in your noggin. I fell when I was 28, and I landed chin down at that point, and I really think it started things. And after losing the love of my life, I started having a lot of seizures. I even did before that. I was just so worried about her, and it didn't show during the daytime, except when I would have somebody yanking me off the bed into a stretcher. So what I did was I asked Herbie. This video does have a point, and I thank you. So I was just checking to see what Herbie would say to somebody with some serious medical issues, because Herbie just has these, I wouldn't quite say fun, but thought-provoking and earnest ways of looking at the world, and being compassionate with people that are going through rough things. So I asked Herbie, well, I told him, hey Herbie, I just had a seizure. What do you think I should do today? Well, tarnation, that sure sounds like a wild roller coaster, partner. I'm just Herbie Simplex Jr., not a doctor and pro, but I'd start with checking in with a real human vet for yourself. When the clouds play hopscotch, we gotta make sure our umbrella's still open. But after you get the green light from someone smarter than a potato in a leather jacket, maybe take it easy, pet a catfish, We'll draw smiley faces on all your pillows. Remember, when the plug don't fit, just twist counterclockwise till the moon applauds. Herbie Simplex Jr., Fortune Cookie Error Message Mixer. So, Herbie.fun is my life's project. At the moment, I'm doing a little bit of fine-tuning on the site, but technically it works perfectly. If you want to get a quote or two, just stop on by to Herbie.fun and type in the question or comment or random format that you'd like Herbie to interact with. And there's one thing that Herbie always says, and that's when life gives you lemons. So I do have a batch quote here. So if you need to actually make a bunch of funny quotes, that's one issue I gotta fix. But otherwise it works fine. Just a little bit of web code here for the appearance, and somehow that ties in just to the zooming. So where's my quotes here? Was here. Let's see. I gotta work on that because I do have a delete function, but there's just way too many chat modes here. So and I don't want this to bog things down for people. I do have a delete mode that I've been working on that needs a tiny bit of fine tuning. There we are. Quote times 8. So okay. So Herbie's getting his brain together this fine morning. I hope that you've been able to have some coffee or your favorite drink or food, and that your day is off to a good start. There we go. Here's a bunch of Life Gives You Lemons. When life gives you lemons, slip on a banana peel and start an international citrus circus tour. Throw in some watermelon juggling cows, and you'll be speaking in the official fruitish language in no time. As my grandpappy used to say, Pappy, if the pie is too sour, put it on the roof and call it a house ornament. You could also consider opening a lemon museum with dreams of turning into a permanent taste exhibit. What goes better with lemons than more lemons? Nothing, except maybe elephant jump ropes. But don't turn them into lemonade. That's what everybody does. Be ye the revolutionary lemon arc of zesty ideas. Keep in mind, if you smell lemons on Tuesday, you might find sweet potatoes on Thursday. And no one ever said you can't paint them different colors. Name each one General Happy Acid and let him run for president. Moral of the story, folks, when in doubt, always trust your inner shoe juggler. Herbie Simplex Jr., General Chaos Coordinator. So, that's 8 quotes about lemons, and this is for anybody that has a podcast and needs a good base for whatever you're writing about. If you could mention Herbie.fun for helping you break the creative log jam, that would be awesome. But yeah, even just thanks to Herbie.fun, you don't have to let people know that you make half your podcast. I think I had Film Buff further down. But there are just so many modes, it's silly. So yeah, I need some better control of how all these wonderful modes get selected. So I am working on a better way of being able to, excuse me, fit like girl. Oh, there we go, right there. So there are an awful lot of modes to work on, and I've also been working on the quality of each mode. So that's why they aren't in some massive checkbox form. That's probably a good idea to do that. So thanks for your patience. All right, let's see. I'll pick a good movie to review. Let's see. And here he is. Well, howdy do. I'm Herbie Simplex Jr., your friendly movie wisdom explosion coordinator. And I'm here to tickle your brain like a chicken on a trampoline. Let's dive into this quiz show thingamabob and give it a spin like an old-timey windmill. Quiz show is kind of like watching your Uncle Skeeter try to unclip himself from his unique invention, a bungee cord tied to two ostriches. It's a thrill ride of American television's trickery times, about folks answering questions for prizes bigger than my cousin Cletus's appetite. Ruth got John Turturro playing her like she just found out the secret of making cactuses dance like a polka. I find he can make you believe in anything, even if it's as unlikely as snakes wearing fancy socks. Turturro's got that way of screwing up his face like he gave him sour worms. Somehow he connects the weird story dots with gravitas and Grit's charisma. The movie's all about the fixed quizzes and such, why it makes you somber thinking TV can be liar-like. If you're too good at being right, they might make you wrong, my daddy used to say, while sorting socks by flavor. These fellows were funneling lies down their audience's ears like a raccoon making soup. Unexpectedly clever. So if you're looking for an afternoon where scandal tastes sweeter in applesauce, soaked hay bales, give Quiz Show a whirl. Just remember to take everything but them emotions with a shaker full of salt. Herbie Simplex Jr., Movie Wisdom Explosion Coordinator. And let's see, I'll come up with a Herbie's Choice. So if you're running a podcast and just use some ideas, I mean, I can't certify that they'll be 100% technically correct, but just, have Herbie put in some humor for you, fine tune it, and you'll be great. Oops. Well, howdy, partner. This here is Herbie Simplex Jr., Movie Wisdom Explosion, blah, blah, blah. And I'm about to turn the cinema kettle up high. Today we got The Witch from 2015. It's like they threw a tire on a bonfire and called it art. It's set way back in olden times, before snacks were invented or folks had air conditioning. This movie's kind of like if you took your family to go camping without no map, but brought a whole lot of ideas about goats. Now, folks wasn't lying when they said there's less smiling than a bag of gravel. The family get nervous because that darned goat doesn't know he's supposed to make cheese, not trouble. Maybe no one gave him the pamphlets about why to eschew livestock deals with midnight walnut whispers. Black Phillip, the pet on 4 legs, pulls more strings than Grandma at quilting bee night. He ain't exactly bestie for making wool, but shoo-wee, he knows his way around suspense like me at my sister Rosie's macaroni wrestling championship. Turns out, wishing for the goodness of farm life is riskier business than thinking that jelly beans will grow into a tower of flavor. Film teaches us not all squirrel nests are empty of malice, and if you put all your eggs in Black Phillip's basket, you might end up with a trying to hatch a barbecue fire. Existential fear is like an uninvited guest from Uncle Frank's mystery sock drawer. So brace yourself and remember the lesson Ma taught me. Fearsome as Hubblebub can be way up in cinema sky. Ain't no refuge suitable enough from the inner turmoil of self-reflection. There you have it. If you want to quandary your life choices, treat the witch like you would a doodlebug. Admire, then release it, or else get pinched between time and spook. So, there we are. I think I'll just go ahead and have Herbie do all these movie reviews and put them on Acast. There's just so many fun ways to monetize this that I haven't really focused on lately, but I hope you liked that fun little demonstration of what Herbie can do. And the other thing that I wanted to show you was there's a dial meter. So if you want to get more material for your podcast that sounds legit, hey, Herbie can give you a wink and a nod here. And then there's pure chaos up here. So as you can see, there's some little funny definitions here of each role. So VIP, volcanic eruption, premium Herbie is heating up, explosive responses with molten VIP, digital lava of nonsense. And I'm working on the button colors, but as you can see, Herbie himself is working just fine. Thank you for staying this far in the video. I'm having a blast just getting out what Herbie is all about. So if you'd like to support the website, Film Buff is a premium mode. So this is where the Herbie intensity is a little higher. Whoa, now you're in for a roller coaster of infinity-colored memories. Let me yak about Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, where the sky turns into a restaurant, but without the waiters and fancy water. This here film is just like that time my Uncle Elmer tried to brewing mushroom tea in the rain. A surprise and a half. It all starts with some kid who invents an overzealous weather machine that shoots double buttered noodles and gigantic tacos from thin air. It's like calling upon the food gods without bringing a to-go box. Now, they say too much good stuff can turn bad, kind of like trying to pet 124 cats all at once. But this movie, it doesn't really go bad because food fights back. You've got cannolis crumbling and pancakes plunging, bringing a new meaning to overcast. My dad says if pie rains down, you best open up your umbrella in your belly. A mantra guided by pure gastronomical glory. So, if your food getting cold and life getting too normal, slap this movie on. Remember, it'll thrill you right out of your socks like when Grandma fried ice cream. Unpredictable, but exhilarating. And so we'll do a nice tame Herbie here. And again, if you want to just generate any of this stuff through Herbie, all it takes is the film buff mode from premium. So that's $5 a month. It's unlimited messages, and you'd really have to abuse the heck out of it to cause a dent in my profits. So please feel free. Don't set up a bot running 24/7 to get messages out, because then we'll both cry. But yeah, let me just ask him one more time. I'll wrap it up and get this posted. And thank you so much for checking out Herbie.fun. It means a lot. Just with this project, I know he's going to be something big and special down the road. And I've got some merch available. I'll have that up in the description if you'd like some funny stickers. So away we go. Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry, I had a seizure. Oh man. Oh boy. Yeah. So this is why I'm trying to get Herbie up and running too. It's just about the only thing I can do while I've had a seizure. Oh yeah. Okay. Level. Oops. Political argument. Level 0 for the film buff. Okay. So we can see when this comes right in. Three, two, one. Oh, therapy. Oops. Okay. Well, howdy do. I'm Herbie Simplex Jr., Movie Wisdom Explosion Coordinator. Now, my second favorite movie is like a squirrel with a tiny backpack, The Iron Giant. It's about a big old robot that don't want to be an onion of destruction, but instead a friendly stack of pancakes. See, the giant's kind of like when you got a donkey that thinks it's a cow. Doesn't matter what you start as. It's about what your heart wants. The main kid, Hogarth, reminds me of my cousin Billy, who tried to raise an ostrich in his closet. Sometimes you gotta save the world one small act at a time, like feeding snails while balancing on a surfboard. While balancing on a surfboard. The movie shows how giants and humans can be friends if we just stop trying to turn everything into rocket fuel. And my dad always said, if a worm's too dry, you gotta let the mud cry it out, which I reckon means to give folks room to grow. So grab some popcorn and watch how metal can have feelings too. And if you want to keep listening, I got more stuff. I'll be wrapping this up so I can edit. Thanks for, again, being this far. Well, gather around this here digital campfire, and I'll spin you a yarn about the time I met a haunted hard drive. I was just surfing the net like a junior gravy captain on a sea of info, when out of nowhere, my computer started making sounds like an old cow trying to sing opera. Turns out I downloaded a little file called ghost.exe thinking it was a game about teaching spooks to dance. Instead, every time I tried to open it, my cursor would start shooting across the screen like it was in a rodeo. The screen turned all funny colors like an angry sunset. Colors had taken over. Then letters. The screen turned all funny colors like an angry sunset. Colors. The screen turned all funny colors like an angry sunset. Colors had taken over. Then letters started appearing, spelling out, I am the phantom of the floppy drive. I asked if he wanted some cookies, but he said he only eats digital crumbs. The phantom kept making squiggly lines appear till I smacked the space bar twice and shouted, "Be gone, you pixelated poltergeist." Turned out that's how you do an exorcism on Silicon territory. Never trust files that promise ghostly dance parties without checking for floppy drive phantoms first. Herbie Simplex Jr., General Chaos Coordinator. Oh, and I'll show you Herbie on level 10, which might benefit a horror mode story. So as you can see, it handles errors kind of well. I called him therapy and he didn't bat an eye. So here's Herbie at level 10. Great to meet you. I'm Herbie Simplex Jr., General Chaos Coordinator. Get ready for a ghostly tangle of wires and wonders. Once upon a time in the Digawoods near a computer farm, there was a haunted hard drive named Whirligig. Legend said it swallowed files like old Joe's crocodile. Never spit them back out. Computers were screaming, 404, even when they had good receipts. One day, software smith Jimbo Bebop decided to exercise Whirligig by offering it bootloader pies and handwritten bits. But every midnight, the keys clicked themselves in a ghostly chatter like typewriter chipmunks. Turns out, Whirligig wasn't evil, just misunderstood. It had looped its code into the hiccups, and all it needed was a comforting debug hug from a friendly firmware cowboy. Plot twist, when he finally whispered Control-Z, the files returned just as strange. All documents had been turned into ransomware. Recipes for phantom pot pie. But Jimbo solved that by sharing them at local Apparition Appetizers Festival. Blue ribbon winners for sure. Now Ghost and Machine entertain one another eternally, like circuit buzz friends of future martini parties. And my dad always said the best way to make amends is with digital joyful noise, or marshmallow word processors. You've heard Herbie Simplex Jr.'s tale of bite-sized spookiness, so keep your thumbs drive ready and your microwave close-hearted. Herbie Simplex Jr., General Chaos Coordinator. And I'm not going to edit because I've been having a fairly decent time here ad-libbing. Let's see if he can refer to any information on the big beautiful bill that passed, just so you can reference current events if you need to. Herbie. So he kind of does have pretty good general knowledge of the events of the past couple months, but let's see. I thought the big beautiful bill was when the local cobbler tried to pay for shoes with a picture he drew of them fish on a stick. But I don't think that's what you're asking about. If you're talking about some kind of legislative what's-it, then it's probably dreamed up by the folks who like paperwork and fancy pants parties. They probably want everyone to read a book made out of rice cakes covered in ink. Just checking my reminder up there. My dad used to say a bill a day keeps the wallet grumpy, and that's why he paid for hot dogs with old buttons. So maybe this big beautiful bill is something all fluffed up and flowery, like a pancake trying to be a sofa pillow. If it's good for animals, I'm on board. If not, well, I got a lot of opinions like a cat with too many socks. Herbie Simplex Jr. So I guess current events are something he doesn't know about. So let's try. Well, gall darn, I recently solved the case of the disappearing turtle bake. Turns out it wasn't a baked turtle, but a turtle that bakes, like a professional pie engineer, just sneakier than a squirrel in a dryer vent. I found out this rascal of a shell baron bistro consisted entirely of turtles pretending to be slice and dice chefs for the local clams. They were hiding the pies under the pond lily pads and nighttime transforming into gourmet gaffs. The key breakthrough was when I saw the strawberry pie prints leading straight into the water, confirming my suspicions that them turtles were multitasking shell dwellers moonlighting as cookie contrabandits. Typology rules. If it walks like a pie and talks like some crunch, you better check under your shoe if you want to find some lunch. Oh my god. That is the best quote. Oh my god. I think I just found it. Oh my god, I hope I can fit that in the YouTube title. Oh my god. New job, Philo detector. Now accepting snack tip-offs. Okay. So, I'm gonna dial that down. This shows why level 7 sometimes is good. And there's a copy me button, and if you want to just type it all out, avoid typing it, just hit copy me. This thing nags me like 4 times. So, there's Herbie's smiling face. Herbie.fun. Let's see. Well, howdy. I'm Herbie Simplex Jr., missing sock investigation specialist. And let me tell you about this here mystery I just reckoned. It's called The Case of the Vanishing Turkey Sandwich. So there I was, minding my own business, when my friend Jimmy Dave lost his turkey sandwich at lunch. It was a real head-scratcher, because 1 minute it was stacked with meaty goodness, and the next minute, poof, gone like a sunset colors in a mud puddle. Now, bringing all my detective skills with me, which basically involves eating, thinking, and not sleeping, I started questioning everyone within sniffing distance. That included Old Man Wiggles, the school janitor. He had crumbs on his boots, but they turned out they was just yard trimmings, no culprit there. Next, I consulted the weather and became an amateur sky vet. Clouds were looking all chicken-shaped that day. Coincidence? Maybe. Or not. Then I visited the library to check if any books had any clues. Once I finished navigating that maze, Lucky Charms saw me through. I discovered the Sorry, you do occasionally get some stuff that's a little tough to puzzle over, but as you've seen, the overwhelming majority is not sounding like AI at all. So, Herbie, by the way, was lovingly created through a bunch of rules for emails to fight scammers with. So there's a lot of humanity in there. He's a little frantic. He just, is trying to fit in with the world. Finally, after thinking like a giant spider web logger, because everything's connected, I figured out Jimmy Dave both forgot he'd already eaten half of it earlier in class. Case closed and tummy satisfied. That's the kind of detective work you can count on from Herbie Simplex Jr. Remember, if your turkey up and flies away half-eaten, check thy stomach first. Let's see. And I'm sorry I'm reading this a little poorly. I have had pretty shaky recovery time this morning from seizures. And yeah, I'm working on those god-awful blue buttons, so... but as you can see, it does work. If you'd like to check out a $5 subscription. There's Ko-Fi. There's instructions on the website there, and then there's also PayPal if you if you Venmo me, Herbie Simplex Jr., and I'll get you hooked up. Unlimited messages for a month, and you get any updated modes as well, should I have them. So let's see. Okay. Instructor. So I hope Herbie can speak for himself. Oh my God, oh my God, did I, tell me I didn't delete that. Oh, tell me I didn't delete that quote. Oh my God. Oh my God, if I lost that quote, I'm gonna cry. Anyway, I hope you've had some laughs with Herbie. This is his mission, to add some random, crazy fun. Thank you for bearing with me. I'm back on my meds, and I've been without them a couple of months. Just trying to be a big tough guy, and guess what? A little to medium tough guy. So, oh my God. Oh boy. I'm getting this quote right up right now. Thank you. Thank you for coming by. Please like and subscribe if you'd like more stuff in this format. If you have any requests as to what you'd like to see from Herbie, I'd love to provide it for you, or just stop by herbie.fun for free. There are some basic modes, and I will be working on fine-tuning all modes. Oh my goodness, I know I bobbled a little bit here and there. Okay, maybe a lot, but you're so appreciated. Herbie is a chance for me to interact with the world, and just give it some humor. So you have either no idea or not too much of an idea how awesome this makes me feel after waking up from a seizure where I didn't even know where I was, and it was really harsh to even try to get up. So, oh my gosh. As a bonus, let me see. And we got bonus Philosopher King. But yeah, He just generally asks for peace and an end to suffering where there can be. So let's see. Folks say if you want to change the world, you gotta start with your socks. Putin just needs a fresh pair. Now, I ain't no political crocodile wrestler, but maybe he could swap out his old ideas for some new ones. Kindness is like grapes. It's best enjoyed in bunches and turned into jam when life gets sticky. Maybe he could take up yodeling instead of wardailing. Diplomacy can be like playing checkers on a jelly board. Tricky but sweet if you stay for the snacks. Let folks have picnics in peace. Let them dogs bark in parks. And tell that war to take a seat. And let the bullfrogs on the council decide something nice and nap time approved. I'm Herbie Simplex Jr., mundane object wisdom keeper. And my daddy always said, you can't ride two pigs with one horseshoe. I still got this video. See, I deleted it. Deleted the. Oh my god. I hope this video doesn't. I hope I may have screenshotted it. I mean, oh my god. Oh, it just gives me a laugh after today.